The first Ferrari 677 single-seater is currently being assembled in the racing division area, overseen by sporting director Diego Ioverno. After passing the chassis crash test for homologation on the first attempt, the car destined for Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc is coming together at the Ferrari racing department in Maranello. According to team principal Fred Vasseur, the new car will have nothing in common with the SF-25, which finished second in the 2024 Constructors Championship with 5 wins. The 677, the project's codename, was finalized by the Italian working group following directions from Italian aerodynamicist Enrico Cardile before the former Ferrari technical director left the Maranello team in order to join Aston Martin. Ferrari head of aerodynamics, Diego Tondi, chief project engineer Fabio Montecchi, and head of vehicle performance Marco Adurno have designed a single-seater that is fundamentally different from the SF-24, starting with its conceptual foundations. The new chassis has been lengthened at the front to move the sidepod inlets further away from the front wheels, without pushing the sidepods backward. Since the wheelbase will be the maximum allowed by regulations, namely 3,600 millimeters, the gearbox will feature a shorter carbon casing to achieve the weight distribution required by the rules, with a different layout for the key components of the car. It is no longer a secret that the SF-25, which will most likely be the name of the new Ferrari F1 car, in keeping with recent tradition, will adopt a pull rod front suspension layout, as we have explained in a previous video. This configuration allows the suspension kinematics to sit lower, improving the car's center of gravity. The decision has been approved by Loic Serra, the new technical director, who has been active at Maranello since October. Loic Serra, brought in by Fred Vasseur, wasted no time. While the former Mercedes engineer will primarily focus on the 2026 car, he has paid close attention to the 677. This car aspires to fight for both world titles, aligning with the expectations of Ferrari president John Elkann, who demands improved results in 2024. As an expert in vehicle dynamics, Loic Serra has applied his expertise to the Ferrari, not by altering the kinematics, but by refining suspension components, torsion bars, and dampers. His aim is to maximize the potential of the new Pirelli tires, designed to reduce overheating, broaden the operating window, and allow for more aggressive race stints with less tire management. The SF-24 was gentle on tires during races, but struggled to perform well in terms of qualifying pace, often handicapping Ferrari on the starting grid due to difficulty bringing tires up to the right temperature at the beginning of the lap. The Italian side frequently faced challenges in the first sector, or, when pushing hard during warm-up laps, saw Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz lose grip in the final sector of the lap. The design choices for Project 677 and the modifications requested by Loic Serra aim to change the baseline behavior of this highly anticipated Ferrari, set to debut on track at the Fiorano circuit on February 19th. The SF-25 will feature a darker livery, which will be unveiled the day before during a collective launch event in London, celebrating F1's 75th anniversary. Looking back at the difficulties encountered by the Maranello team's technicians and engineers with tire management in the preparation for and throughout the qualifying laps, Mario Isola, director of Pirelli Motorsport, recently clarified the technical factors that allow one team to achieve the optimal operating window for their tires compared to another. A lot of time comments from the paddock suggest it depends on the tires, but overheating is actually related to the cars. Within this window lies the difference between success and failure, as was the case with Ferrari in the 2024 championship. In Formula One, it has become standard practice to reference the operating window in discussions. Whether it's a driver or an engineer, the concept is a key variable in determining if work is progressing in the right direction. Setups are designed to hit the window, cars are engineered to facilitate this goal, and drivers adapt their driving styles to operate within this range. To better understand the science behind this window, Italian manager Mario Isola, director of Pirelli Motorsport, provided a straightforward explanation of the technical concepts that dominate team briefings. Mario Isola explained that the starting point is the tread compound, which is the part of the tire in contact with the asphalt, where grip is generated based on temperature. He noted that when a driver goes out on track, the tires go through an initial warming phase during which grip is reduced due to low temperatures. As the tires rotate, they heat up in a process known as warm-up until reaching a temperature where the compound provides maximum grip. Mario Isola added that if this threshold is exceeded, the tires overheat, resulting in a loss of grip. The Italian emphasized that drivers always aim to stay at the peak of this temperature range. The ability to hit the window, defined by the minimum and maximum temperatures where the tire delivers optimal performance, depends on many factors. Often people, especially drivers, think the tire is the cause, but it's actually an effect. The window is not solely determined by tire characteristics, but is the result of how a car uses the tires. The size of the window varies with different compounds, but there are significant differences between cars. Suspension design is a key variable, but aerodynamic load plays a crucial role, as it determines how much the tire is pressed against the track surface. Mario Isola emphasized that a larger contact patch improves grip, though it is not the sole factor influencing performance. He explained that distributing the contact surface more evenly enhances efficiency and reduces overheating by dissipating heat over a larger area. The Pirelli boss further remarked that it is ultimately the team that defines the operating window through their car design. When Pirelli became the sole tire supplier for Formula One, one of the requests from teams was to increase the window's range, initially defined as a 3% reduction in grip variability. However, that range quickly became less relevant. Mario Isola noted that a 3% difference in grip currently translates to approximately 1 second per lap, a significant value given the highly competitive nature of Formula One. The Italian manager explained that extensive work had been done to create realistic conditions for indoor testing, enabling the simulation of various types of asphalt, temperatures, and other conditions. The latest generation of tires has improved in warm-up times, a faster process now, and stabilizes to ensure a broader optimal operating window with a more gradual entry and exit from the window. Mario Isola explained that overheating is a classic example of tire performance issues. He noted that when drivers exceed the optimal temperature window, they experience a loss of grip and may worry about being unable to restore the tires to the ideal range. However, he added that overheating now occurs more gradually than in the past, giving drivers the opportunity to detect rising temperatures early and manage the situation. To adjust the tire's operating curve, Isola said they worked on the chemistry and composition of the compounds, resulting in slightly wider and flatter operating curves. Pirelli's challenge is complex, further complicated by the need to provide the best compromise for Ferrari and the other 9 teams. Mario Isola admitted that in a single supplier scenario, that's how it works. The Pirelli boss explained that in championships where tire suppliers compete, the focus is on the equipped team, a situation they are familiar with from GT championships. However, he pointed out that in today's Formula One, teams must design their cars based on the tire characteristics. As a result, Mario Isola mentioned that teams are requesting more data earlier and earlier, noting that they are already at a point where information is being requested for 2026 Formula One projects.